Most people only know a handful of religions, those with the most followers and bearing the most impact on history. However, there are thousands of religions in the world. Here are 10 religions you might not know exist. In case you thought Nazism wasn't weird enough, someone added religion to it. There are many approaches to Esoteric Nazism, but all of them are steeped in the racial hierarchies that were so important to Adolf Hitler, whom some view as a deity. Some believe a land once existed between Iceland and Greenland that was populated with racially pure people with blue eyes and blonde hair. Their purity stems from the fact that they were actually extraterrestrials. Hitler was in contact with these godlike aliens, and one day he will return with a fleet of spaceships to wipe the planet clean of lesser races dedicated to powers of darkness. 400 tribespeople within the island nation of Vanuatu have concluded Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and consort to Britain's Queen Elizabeth II, is a god. According to prophecy, an ancestral spirit would take the form of a man, travel overseas, and marry a powerful woman. Elizabeth was easily the most powerful monarch at the time, and Vanuatu was controlled by the British. It's not known exactly when people concluded this being was Prince Philip, although the religion was well established before Elizabeth and Philip visited Vanuatu in 1974. Philip neither encourages nor discourages the religion. He has presented the tribe with multiple autographed photos over the years, but he has not returned to the island. Many people have heard of the Branch Davidians in the context of a massive standoff with federal agents which ended in a fire that killed most of the members. Yet, Branch Davidians still exist. This Christian offshoot believes the end times are upon us, and living prophets will guide their membership. Upon the death of a previous prophet, David Koresh took over, started calling himself a god, and taught that his divine status allowed him to sleep with whoever he wanted, including minors. But not all Branch Davidians accepted Koresh as a prophet. Today, that branch is under the guidance of Charles Pace. But there are still Branch Davidians who do recognize Koresh as a deific figure who will shortly return to lead the forces of goodness. They have prophesied numerous dates for this event, all of which have ended in disappointment. Everyone's seen the depiction of Satanists in modern media. Some churches have reinforced those images of diabolical people committing horrific crimes in the name of the Dark Lord. Satanists do exist, but they bear no resemblance to popular images. Satan rebelled against God, so Satanists rebel against conformity, holding freedom and individuality in high esteem. They strive to be the best they can be and reject mediocrity. They also follow the law. Conviction of serious crimes can get you ejected from the Church of Satan, one of several satanic groups. Some see Satan as a metaphor, others as an actual being, but no Satanist sees himself as the embodiment of evil, as Christians do. Zoroastrianism is possibly the oldest monotheistic religion in the world. We can't speak conclusively because it's old enough that we don't really know when it started, but it was certainly more than 2,500 years ago. For centuries, Zoroastrianism was the official religion of the Persian Empire, but with the coming of Islam, Zoroastrianism declined. Today, there may be as few as 200,000 Zoroastrians left in the world. In 1974, a former race car driver believed he had been abducted by aliens who explained their plans for humanity. The driver was renamed Raël, and he returned to Earth as their messenger. The aliens later explained more things to Raël, such as how he was half alien and was a half-brother of Jesus, Muhammad, and other spiritual figures. Raëlianism is particularly known for its open views of sexuality. It does not encourage any specific practice, and some members don't have sex at all. However, their openness has created an impression that they specifically promote sex. It's pretty well known George Lucas looked to religions such as Buddhism and Taoism when he created the philosophy of the Jedi. It was so appealing that thousands of people have turned their beliefs of Jedi into a real-world religion. It embraces things like courage, protection of innocence, and tranquility of thought. And lightsabers might be involved. Voodoo, Candomblé, and Santeria are 3 examples of African diaspora religions. Africans brought their original religions to America as they were transported as slaves. Their Christian masters forbade the practice of these religions, so slaves fused their faiths with Christianity to disguise their intentions. Over time, the two fused, creating new religions. These religions are most known in America for their use of animal sacrifice. They follow a variety of laws to keep the practice legitimate. Often, the animal is eaten afterwards. The gods of the ancient Norse, Greeks, Romans, Celts, and more are not dead. Reconstructionists seek to revive ancient religious practices as much as modern morals and legal codes allow. The most well-known group of Reconstructionists are the Asatruar, who follow Norse beliefs. Unfortunately, a small segment of their membership is devoted to white supremacy. Mainstream Asatruar disavow that school of thought. Pastafarianism grew out of the anti-evolution movement. As conservative Christians push to have faith-based ideals recognized in science textbooks, Pastafarians pose the idea that if one faith must be acknowledged as fact, surely every religious belief must be equally accepted as fact, no matter how absurd. Pastafarianism teaches the universe was created by the flying spaghetti monster. Prayers are ended with ramen, and there is frequent mention of his noodly appendages. Pirates are credited with being the first Pastafarians. Pastafarians push the boundaries of absurdity to make their point. Some practitioners have even been photographed for a driver's license with pasta strainers on their heads, citing religious dress codes. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out our other lists. And thanks for watching, and thanks for learning.